From the moment she first picked up a basketball, Azzi Fudd's journey has been nothing short of electrifying. A mix of record-breaking performances, shocking injuries, and off-court moves that have set the sports world buzzing. From dominating high school courts to rewriting history at UConn, from international gold medals to building a personal empire with major nil deals, every twist in her story keeps fans on the edge of their seats. And behind it all is a deeply personal chapter that has captured hearts. Her close friendship turned romance with former UConn teammate and WNBA star Paige Bueckers, a bond that began in their teens and blossomed into one of the most talked-about relationships in women's basketball. Stick with CeleScore TV for more thrilling stories like this, and prepare to see the full rise of a true basketball legend unfold. Born on November 11, 2002, in Arlington, Virginia, Azzi Fudd entered a world where basketball wasn't just played, it was lived. With a mother who once dominated the college court at Georgetown and a father who ran games as a college point guard, her destiny seemed quietly sealed from the very beginning. From her earliest days, her shooting touch, discipline, and fearless drive set her apart, as if something powerful was already unfolding, and those who watched her grow could sense that the future of women's basketball was being written long before the world knew her name. Azzi Fudd's high school journey reads like a sports thriller, filled with record-breaking highs and heart-stopping setbacks. In 2019, she shocked the nation by becoming the first sophomore ever to win Gatorade National Girls Basketball Player of the Year, averaging 26.3 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists while leading St. John's to a 35-1 record and a DCSAA title, only for her unstoppable rise to be suddenly interrupted by a devastating ACL and MCL tear during the US U18 3x3 championship final. Yet, even in recovery, she stunned the basketball world by returning to Stephen Curry's elite SC30 camp and winning the three-point contest again while barely cleared to walk between spots, then fought her way back to average 19.2 points before COVID shut everything down, rallied her school to play unofficial games as student body vice president, and later erupted for 25.2 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists in her senior season, all while being a five-star recruit, ranked number 1 in the class of 2021, receiving her first scholarship offer in 6th grade, and sealing her destiny by committing to UConn on November 11, 2020, choosing the Huskies over the nation's biggest programs. Azzi Fudd's college career at UConn unfolded like a dramatic saga of brilliance, heartbreak, and triumph. She burst onto the scene as Big East preseason freshman of the year, debuted with promise in November 2021, then shocked fans by erupting for 25 points in her first start against rival Tennessee and 29 the next game, only to be slowed by a foot injury. Yet still rose in the Elite Eight with 19 points in a double overtime thriller to help send the Huskies to the Final Four, her sophomore year began with record-shattering performances, including 32 points against number 3 Texas, tying Diana Taurasi's legendary mark, before a devastating knee injury derailed her season and triggered rare losses for UConn. Then came the cruelest blow in 2023 when she tore her ACL in practice, wiping out an entire season. But Fudd refused to fade, returning in 2024 with fire, dropping a career-high 34 points against St. John's, earning all Big East first-team honors, and stunning everyone by choosing UConn over the WNBA draft, a decision that paid off when she dominated the 2025 national championship game with 24 points, claimed most outstanding player honors, and finally crowned her comeback story with a title, before entering her senior season as a unanimous preseason All-Big East selection and continuing to torch top opponents with fearless scoring and leadership. On the world stage, Azzi Fudd's rise felt almost destined. First dazzling in Argentina at the 2017 FIBA Under-16 Women's Americas Championship, where she helped deliver gold to the United States, then storming Belarus in 2018 to claim another world title at the FIBA Under-17 Women's Basketball World Cup, and finally sealing her international legacy in Hungary at the 2021 FIBA Under-19 Women's Basketball World Cup, 3 tournaments, 3 gold medals, and 1 unstoppable force proving that her brilliance was never meant to shine in just one country, but across the globe. Born into a family where basketball wasn't just a passion but a legacy, Azzi Fudd's story feels written in destiny. Her mother, Katie, once starred at NC State and Georgetown before being drafted into the WNBA by the Sacramento Monarchs, while her father, Tim, commanded the court at American University, creating a household where greatness was the standard. She grew up alongside her older brother Thomas and later welcomed two younger brothers, John and Jose, whom her parents adopted in 2011, shaping a family rooted in love, resilience, and unity. Even her name carries meaning, inspired by legendary player Jennifer Azzi, whom her mother admired. And as her journey continued to unfold, fans were stunned in 2025 when Fudd confirmed her relationship with former UConn teammate and Dallas Wings star Paige Bueckers, a bond that began years earlier when they competed as teens for a starting spot on Team USA, proving that some connections, like some legends, are simply meant to be. Azzi Fudd's off-court career has been as dynamic and groundbreaking as her play on it. Beginning in September 2021 when she signed a name, image, and likeness deal with Chipotle as an ambassador for their Real Food for Real Athletes platform, followed by becoming an equity partner with BioSteel Sports Nutrition and joining Stephen Curry's SC30 Inc. for a multidimensional partnership that included sponsorship and personal mentoring from the four-time NBA champion. She has since added deals with Bose, Nerf, and Buick, and in July 2025 was named among the top women's college players signed by the unrivaled 3x3 Basketball League as part of the Future is Unrivaled class of 2025, a move that could see her competing professionally as early as 2027. While in August 2025, she launched her own podcast, Fudd Around and Find Out, co-hosted with Ashanti Plummer and co-produced by iHeartRadio Women's Sports and Curry's Unanimous Media, creating a space where she blends athlete, storyteller, entrepreneur, and fan to amplify voices that deserve to be heard. Azzi Fudd's personal life has drawn just as much attention as her on-court brilliance, reaching a defining moment when she confirmed her relationship with former UConn teammate and Dallas Wings star Paige Bueckers, a connection that traces back to their early teens when they first clashed as rivals competing for starting roles on the U16 USA basketball national team. Their friendship, forged in competition, slowly deepened into one of mutual support, trust, and admiration, culminating in a romantic relationship that Fudd publicly acknowledged in 2025, making her one of the most high-profile, openly lesbian athletes in women's basketball. This revelation added a new, intimate layer to her public persona, showing her fans and aspiring athletes that embracing one's identity can coexist with pursuing excellence at the highest level, and underscoring how personal courage can be just as inspiring as athletic achievement. Azzi Fudd's rise in basketball has not only brought fame, but also a staggering accumulation of wealth, turning her into one of the most lucrative young stars in women's sports. By 2025, her net worth was estimated to be in the seven-figure range, fueled not just by her stellar college career at UConn, but by a series of groundbreaking name, image, and likeness deals with Chipotle, BioSteel, Bose, Nerf, Buick, and Stephen Curry's SC30 Inc., where she received mentorship alongside endorsement income. Add to that her participation in the unrivaled 3x3 League and her own podcast Fudd Around and Find Out, which has sponsorship and production partnerships, and it becomes clear that Fudd's financial ascent is as relentless and carefully orchestrated as her game on the court. Even as injuries threatened to slow her trajectory, her brand continued to grow, creating a suspenseful story of a young athlete not only reclaiming her place as a basketball superstar, but quietly building an empire that could redefine the earning potential of women's sports for years to come. Azzi Fudd's story is far from over, with championships won, records shattered, and a brand that continues to grow off the court. The suspense only builds as she prepares for what comes next. From her groundbreaking nil deals to her public journey of love and identity, every chapter adds another layer to a legacy that is still being written. Don't miss a single moment of her incredible rise. Stay tuned to CeleScore TV for more exclusive, thrilling insights into the lives of the world's brightest sports stars.